Hi guys, welcome back to another video, episode, whatever. What I want to talk about today is Dragon Quest. Now that E3 is come and gone, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at the current state of Dragon Quest. I've been doing this every 6 months, every 8 months, something like that. And so, well, what big Dragon Quest news was announced at E3? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm not going to make this a rant and whatever. I've already done that before. But it sucks, guys. It really does. It looks like we are going through the second Dark Age for the series. It has already been 3 years since Joker 2 was released. And that really sucks. That was on the DS, and it was released back in September 2011. And since that point, we have not had any news on Dragon Quest for console or portables. There has been, it was actually recently released, the Dragon Quest 8 port for iOS and Android, but I can't stand that. I just look at the screenshot and I watch videos of it, and it looks awful. You have to play it in portrait only, and it's that can't be comfortable, and it sucks because I would love to have an HD remaster of Dragon Quest 8 for the Wii U, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One, but that does not look like it's ever going to happen. In fact, it doesn't even look like we're going to get any Dragon Quest games whatsoever. I'm actually shocked that they released Dragon Quest 8 on iOS and Android. So what I wanted to do is just give you a quick update. Since that last release for the DS back in 2011, I wrote a list here. The 3DS has seen 3 Dragon Quest games. The remake of the original Dragon Quest Monsters and Dragon Quest Monsters 2 have been released in Japan on the 3DS. We've received none of them. The big one is the Dragon Quest VII Remake that hit the 3DS. Excuse me. That has been a no-show here, and I was really hoping that would be announced at E3 this year, because that's a game that won't be announced at Tokyo Game Show, which means the earliest we could possibly get some sort of news on that game would be Gamescom or E3 next year, and I really doubt that, because by that point it'd already be 2 years old, and normally with Dragon Quest it stays in Japan for about a year, and then they announce that they're going to, translate it or whatever and release it here. And it's so unfortunate that they don't work on that series like they do now with Pokemon for a worldwide launch, so that the translation begins day one of development. And it's so unfortunate when you're a fan of a series like that, when you know that you're pretty much screwed, that it's going to remain a Japanese exclusive. More than likely it will. Anyways, we missed 2 games, maybe more. I just quickly jotted this down. But there was the Dragon Quest Anniversary Collection, which contained Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. And that's nowhere to be found. There was obviously Dragon Quest X, and that was the big one. Dragon Quest X was released on the Wii, the Wii U, and PC in Japan. Nothing here. There was some talk about the series coming over, well, not the series, sorry, the game coming over and getting released on PC, but nothing official has been announced. And then there was a wide assortment of slime mini games and just side games and things like that for the mobile scene that none of the, I don't want to say none of them, but the majority of those type of games have not been released outside of Japan. But I don't really care about the mobile scene. Maybe you do, and that's perfectly cool. But for me, I'm more interested in the 3DS, the Wii, the Wii U, PC, PS4, Xbox One, blah, blah, blah. Like console and portables in terms of strictly gaming units. It sucks. There has not been a new Dragon Quest announced for outside of Japan since 2011. Again, I'm not counting the mobile scene. So, what do you guys think? Are we kind of screwed? Is this it? I mean, we're already obviously being in this next like dark age, as it were, and it really sucks. It really, really, really sucks. And when I think of this, I'm like Dragon Quest VII, that this year at E3 would have been perfect because there wasn't really much announced for the 3DS for this year. It would have been really great to have Dragon Quest VII ready for the 3DS. I mean, I know there are the two big Pokemon games, and there are other titles that are going to be released or whatnot, but it sucks that this is the only way to experience Dragon Quest VII. And right now, that's not really good because this is rare. This is extremely hard to find, and it's expensive. And the thing is, you've got Dragon Quest 4, 5, 6, and 9 are available really easily, pretty much anywhere. You can pick those up for the DS. But you're missing 1, 2, and 3, which would have been awesome for the Wii U, for that anniversary collection to hit here. The translation was already done on the original NES games, and if you didn't want to use that translation, there was the games that were re-released for the Game Boy Color. There was Dragon Quest 1 and 2, and then Dragon Quest 3. Use those translations if they wanted. I don't get it. I don't understand what the big deal is. And that would have given us access to 1 through 6. Obviously, this one would have been missing, but this one could have been released, announced this year. 8 could have been remastered for the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, which would have been really cool. It was one of the ones I was really hoping for an HD remaster of, and I'm still hoping for one, but now it would be cool on the PS4 and the Xbox One. And 10 for PC is what I thought would have been really good. But really, I think it's clear that we are going through basically the next dark ages here. And it's really sad because from Dragon Warrior 4 to Dragon Warrior 7, there was a many years difference between those two games. And it's just a real shame that the series looks like it's on hiatus all over again. So what do you guys think? Are we really in this second age? I know I asked this before, if what you thought, if we were in a second dark age, and most of you agreed, yeah, it sure looks like it. But now it's been about maybe a year since I did that last video, so we've had no news since. We now know that Dragon Quest XI is in development for a home console. It'll be interesting to see which one, because typically, I know right now, everyone's like, it's the Wii U or it's the PlayStation 4. And that's it. Obviously, yeah, that is it. It's between those two. And Square Enix always seems to go for the console that has sold the most before they go into development of the game. And that started with this game right here, with Dragon Quest VII, because originally that game was in development for the Super Famicom before it switched up and went over to the PlayStation. But that choice was made only after millions of units had already been made. With Dragon Quest VIII, Square waited it out. They didn't, Square Enix, I believe it was. Yeah, by that time, yeah. They waited it out. They wanted to see how the market would react. And again, millions upon millions of PlayStation 2s were sold, so it was a no-brainer. Okay, Dragon Quest VIII is going to come out on the PlayStation 2, which it did, and it was a huge success. And then for Dragon Quest IX, they were like, okay, where are we putting this? Because at the point in time when they announced that, the Wii was wrecking face, but it was, I believe, I could be wrong here, the years. I know it went to the DS, but I'm trying to remember how the announcement went. Anyways, whatever. The point is, before it was announced for the DS had been selling incredibly well. And so had the Wii. When the Wii came out, it was just selling incredibly well. So by the time they had made the announcement that Dragon Quest IX was going to be released on the DS, it had already sold millions of units. And the same deal with the Wii. Now, Dragon Quest XI has not been announced yet, right? But Hori-san basically gave an interview on the radio or whatnot in Japan saying that they are in active development of the next numbered Dragon Quest game. It will not be for a portable or mobile, meaning what else is there? It's got to be for a home console. And that, well, no, that was all he said, but what I'm saying is you can expect it in 2016. That's the 30th anniversary of the series. It makes perfect sense for them to release the next installment then. But the question is, this is the first time really where, in a long time, where Square Enix is looking at this and saying like, okay, which console do we think is going to sell the best? And that's the one we're going to bring it to. Now, I know polls in Japan and everything like that have said like, oh, PlayStation 4. But currently, right now, the Wii is the highest selling platform in Japan by a lot. Like, lots. It's already over 2 million, whereas the PlayStation 4 is like at 500,000 or something like that, and is slowed down, not increased. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, yeah, well, it's because, excuse me, it has no software. And you're absolutely right, it doesn't. So, what do you think? What do you think the company is going to do? Are they going to make this a Wii U game? Again, don't look at this from a global perspective because we're living in the Dragon Quest Dark Ages right now. So are we even going to get the game? Who knows? All those that are like, yeah, for sure we'll get it. Will we? Will we really? Considering we haven't even got the Dragon Quest VII Remake or even an announcement that they were going to bring it over. So I'm not convinced that whatever platform they decide is a guarantee that we're going to get it just because it's going to console. I would love to say that, but I'm not convinced about that. For me right now, I really don't know which platform they're going to select, because I know Nintendo fans will be like, oh, well, the series is mainly associated with Nintendo. That's true. The vast majority of the games have been Nintendo exclusives. But at the same time, they go where the money is. They go where the sales are. And if we're looking strictly at Japan, that is Nintendo right now. But the thing is, will that be Nintendo in 2016? Or will the PlayStation 4 be like 5 times the sales? That's the thing. Whatever system gets Dragon Quest XI, it's going to be a massive boost for the system, especially in Japan. It's going to be really huge over there. Alright guys, this video went on longer than I thought it was going to go on, but that is the current state of Dragon Quest. If you have any questions, comments on the video, on Dragon Quest as a whole, by all means let me know. And if you're like me and you're dying for another Dragon Quest game, let me know about that too. The more of us that start talking about this, the more hopefully Square Enix realizes that there is a market here for Dragon Quest. They just got to release the damn games. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll be back with another video soon.
Do